workplace can sometimes be dangerous, from sprains and strains to falls from height and even electrocutions. However, with proper attention, training, policies, and a safe attitude, you can avoid injury. Here are the top 10 ways to stay safe in your workplace. Number 10. When traveling to and from work or during the workday, never use or program a handheld device when driving. Distracted driving is a leading cause of accidents and deaths on the roadway, and the use of handheld devices while driving is illegal in Indiana and many other states and countries. Additionally, it is against our company policy to use a handheld device while operating a forklift or other in-plant vehicles. Number 9. Also, while driving or riding in a vehicle, you should always wear your seatbelt and obey the speed limit. Studies have proven that use of seatbelts reduce the risk of death by 47% and cuts the risks of serious injury by 50%. Seatbelts are required to be worn on forklifts or other in-plant vehicles as well. Buckling up is an easy and intelligent way to reduce your chance of being injured. Number 8. Having a drink after work is a common activity for many. Of course, this should only be done in moderation and with proper precautions such as having a designated driver. However, you should never work or drive under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Substance abuse at work causes an inability to concentrate on tasks, slowed reaction times, and difficulty communicating, all of which could lead to serious injury. Number 7. While at work, you should always wear mandated personal protective equipment or PPE correctly. Safety glasses, gloves, respirators, protective footwear, and head and body protection is an easy way to protect yourself from injury. Rolls-Royce makes every effort to keep employees safe, including providing any PPE you might need to protect yourself from harm. And remember, safety glasses on top of your head cannot protect your eyes. So wear them and all PPE the way they were designed to be worn. Number 6. Electricity is one of the most dangerous threats we face in the workplace. For that reason, never assume electrical equipment is isolated. Always test before touch with approved equipment. Only employees trained and authorized should work with electrical wiring, circuitry, or any power sources that would require lockout, tagout operations. Number 5. Falls from height are one of the leading causes of death in the workplace. In fact, the construction industry reported 37.9% of fatalities in 2019 were from falls. Therefore, we must always protect against falls and use the specific protective equipment when working at height. Only trained and authorized employees should be working at height at Rolls-Royce, and they must always wear a fall harness and hard hat and be tied off to an appropriate anchor point. Number 4. Machinery is critical in the work we do, and due to moving parts that cut, grind, shape, and bore can be very dangerous if not properly guarded and operated. Never deactivate or bypass safety critical equipment such as interlocks and guards when using machinery. If a guard or safety device is missing from a machine, do not operate it until it has been properly inspected and guards reapplied. It's not worth losing a finger or hand. Number 3. Many common sprains and strains occur when an employee does not use proper lifting methods. So you should always adhere to the approved lifting methods. Using proper posture such as bending at the knee to lift instead of bending your back awkwardly, holding loads close to the body, performing buddy lifts, and using mechanical assistance. The use of an overhead crane to lift is an ideal way to minimize the stress and damage to your body. Plus, you won't go home each night sore. Number 2. A confined space is any space you or any part of your body can enter that has limited means of entry and is not meant for continuous occupation. Think of spaces entered through a manhole or other tight spaces. At Rolls-Royce, we mark all designated confined spaces with signage. Never enter a confined space unless trained and authorized. Confined spaces have many hazards you might not be aware of, so training is essential to stay safe. Do these tips look familiar to you? They should. We'll cover the number one way to stay safe in the workplace in just a minute, and you should already know it. These tips are our zero harm life-saving rules, and they are posted all across our facilities. They are easy, common sense tips that can eliminate workplace injuries when they are followed. Look familiar now? We thought so. And now the number one way to stay safe in the workplace. Number 1. Always speak up to report unsafe acts or conditions when you see them. Look out for each other. Often people do not mean to work in an unsafe manner, they just forget to take safe actions. Hey, it happens to all of us occasionally. If you see a coworker not wearing PPE, just give them a friendly reminder. If you notice someone doing something unsafe, remind them about the safer way to work. Lastly, if you see a safety concern, say something. Report it to your supervisor or health, safety, and environmental representative so it can be fixed. Following these 10 life-saving rules will ensure that you, me, and all of our friends and coworkers will return home to our families each day free from injury and able to enjoy life.